of bread that I found on the counter. I sat next to your bread. It was like 3 bites of banana bread. That's what my mom says. Sorry. Probably be thrown away. Um,
Half hour? Alright, this stream is gonna go for a half hour, assuming anybody shows up at all. I'm actually streaming right now, but it's just a test setup, and I don't expect anyone to actually show up. But I'm gonna do something while I'm here. Yeah, the only downside here I am exceptionally nearsighted, so when people do chat with me, I can't see it. Hello, Rain. Hello, Gabby. How are you? Unbelievable. Alright. This was not meant to be an especially entertaining stream. It's calligraphy. Should probably find a way to. Yeah. I want to know if there's a way to get sound alerts for when people say hello. Yeah, the camera is very far back. That is true. Yes. Anybody still see what I'm doing? Low latency means a big honkin' delay between what I am doing and what you all are seeing. There's no obvious notification. Thank you, Gabby. I'm glad that's better. There's no ping, there's no sound when somebody says something in chat. That's kind of useless. I wonder if there's a way to tweak that. Let me see what I can do. Lady Small, Brianna, is that you? Toggle time sets, pop out chat. That's not what I want. I want some kind of Is anyone interacting with me? Who knows? Ha 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 ha. Funny, Gabby. You're hilarious. Hi, Brianna. It's nice to see you. I didn't think I'd get anybody local, but I have you. I'm exceptionally nearsighted, which means I have to take my glasses off to see what I'm doing. But then being able to see what I'm doing means I cannot see far enough away to see the chat window in the actual stream. This is, as you may guess, Less than 10. SCA, for those of you who are not in the SCA, Gabby, we do award scrolls for people who have um, done exceptional service or been especially good at something in a craft or a sport, and they earn award certificates. We call them scrolls. We are not going to print our award certificates off on the computer and hand you something generic. That would be boring. Instead, what we are going to do is make one from scratch and make it look nice. Now, usually these are secrets. I don't usually share these with people until they're done because it ruins the surprise and nobody wants to ruin the surprise. What I'm doing here, though, is an award that was given out a couple of years ago, and the guy never received a certificate. He never received a scroll. And he has a really bad track record of receiving scrolls for the various awards he's earned. He just, for whatever reason, he has no luck getting scrolls. So he asked me to make him something very, very, very special, and that is what I'm working on. It's going to be huge. It's going to be the physically largest scroll I have ever worked. It's going to have a ton of text. It's going to have a ton of gold. It's going to have a ton of painting. It's going to take forever, and it's going to be awesome when it's finished. Bit of practice and bit of stream that I'm going to be doing because this is all just a practice sheet. This is a big sheet of Bristol board. I don't know if you can see it or not. Doesn't really show much. There's no room here for decoration. This is strictly me practicing my text. And practicing and practicing and practicing. I see another viewer. Do we have another person here? Feel free to say hello in the chat window if you are. I have been informed that I have about a half hour to stream, and then I will be having to leave to go to lunch. But since today was just a test stream anyway, I'm okay with that. I hope you're okay with that. Awesome. No. Gabby's mom says hi. Hi, Gabby's mom. The camera was really zoomed out. Can you see my letters? Can you see my hand? I can tell my head is blocking the view in some places. Let me know if that's giving you guys any trouble. making me do this in person. There's nothing wrong with your camera. If the text looks upside down, it's because I'm writing upside down. Smearing my hand through my ink, ruining what I'm doing, anything like that. I see another person, Gallifreyan girl. Hi, Lynn. People I know. Gabby is asking, is it easier to form letters that way? And the answer for me is yes. When I was first starting out as a calligrapher, I spent about 4 months practicing right side up letters. And I had to hold my hand like this, or I couldn't see where the strokes were lining up because my hand was in the way, and it was just a real pain in the neck. So what I did instead, I was reading something that said left-handers can do their strokes reversed, and I thought, well, if I'm doing the strokes reversed, what if I just do the whole letter reversed? So I took my paper and I flipped it upside down, and I did one alphabet upside down, flipped it right side up, and it looked better, that one alphabet, than 4 months of right side up practice. So I switched to upside down work and I have not looked back. I've been doing this now. I presented my first award certificate, my first scroll, in April of 2000. And I've taken time off here and there, so I won't say that I've been doing this for 20 years, but I've probably been doing it for at least 15 to 17. In the past 21 years, I've been doing this a long time, and I do all of them upside down. Right side up just doesn't work for me. Now, different left-handers have different experiences, and they find that right side up works for them, or writing sideways, or what else, but upside down is what works for me. And for Gabby's mom, writing upside down has gotten so easy for me that I sometimes my brain doesn't realize that I am reading upside down, and I won't be able to tell what's different about the words because they just register equally well for me. Things so that I don't feel like I'm ignoring anybody. Like, can you hear me okay? Can you see what I'm doing? I know my head is in the way. I need to work out how to fix that with the camera. Let me know if there's anything I can do to make this easier for you guys to view. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys can hear okay. It helps that every time I stop working, I lean over to make sure that my laptop microphone is picking me up because it is very, very directional. I can stand 1 foot off to the side and you won't be able to hear a word I'm saying. And I'm concerned that you won't be able to hear what I'm saying while I'm working. The audio's fine and your head does not block out what you're working with. Well, that's good to know. Sometimes I work way down here and lean over, in which case it's, but I'm not, gonna jump over here and then I may have to adjust my camera somewhat. So just let me know if that needs to happen. Background. Can anybody hear the nature sounds as well? You can either hear my nature or nature from another stream you're also watching. Mine is rain and a little bit of water noise and some bird song. It's supposed to be a forest backdrop. Used with permission. Used with written permission. The other film has properly started now, so you're going to switch to just that. I'll catch you later. Thank you, Lynn. It was good seeing you. Take care. And Brianna, I'm glad that the birds are relaxing. I wanted to use some music sounds, some voices from this particular source, but YouTube has some funny issues with copyright. And even though I have written permission, it's very hard to attribute something in the middle of a stream. You can put written attribution on a video, but for a stream, I don't know how to do that yet. going to set this aside for just a second. And I'm going to try and tweak a couple of things on my computer and on my stream. I'm not going away. I'm just playing with a couple of things to make sure that this is working well and that it's not going to be causing any problems. Hop over here. This is my taking a break screen. It's going to look like that. So if I ever have to run to the restroom, I can do that. Or if you need to run to the restroom, let me know and I can do that. And then coming back, it should look like this. There we go. And I want to see if there's something I can adjust in here for my latency. It looks like maybe not. I'm going to have to pause my connection and set a different, it's called latency. It's the delay between what I broadcast and what you see. If it seems like I'm ignoring your responses or anything like that, either I'm nearsighted and didn't see it, or most likely, there's just been a delay between what you posted and what it's showing here. I can do an end stream. Marker, share, end stream. What does the pop-out chat mean? Oh, that could be helpful. Okay. What happens if I do this? No, that's not good. That is, though. All right. Move my secondary window to the other side. When I get higher on the page, it will block the writing. That is a very good point. So let me go ahead and do that right now. How about that? Does that work for you? Liz Phillips wants to know if I could comment on materials I'm using today. Came in a little late and I'm gathering tips and tricks. Oh, you're fine. I haven't actually commented on that very much. And to be honest, I was mostly testing my setup today. So, thank you, Brianna. What I'm doing right now is just the ink I'm using is an oak gall ink from McCaffrey's. It's called McCaffrey's Penman's ink. I got it at John Neal, and if you want, I'm happy to give you a link for that. Actually, let me go ahead and do that. JohnNealBooks.com. They have everything. I also often use oak gall ink that was handmade by a friend of mine, Ian the Green. He is an ink expert and knows lots and lots of things about medieval ink. The paper I'm using is just ordinary Bristol board. This is a practice sheet, so I'm not doing anything especially careful with it. Why is this out of focus? That's really annoying. I don't know why it's doing that. My letters look great, but they're very, very blurry right now on your screen from what I am able to tell. If there's anything I can do to improve that, let me know. I'm not sure that I can at my end, unfortunately. I'm looking to upgrade my phone in the near future. My camera is just my phone. And when I get a new phone, hopefully I will have sharper video for you to enjoy. This is just the lid of my ink bottle. This is a dip pen. These nibs are called Mitchell nibs, which they also have at John Neal. They're considered beginner nibs because they're not too flexible and not too stiff. They're a good mid-range. I started with Mitchell nibs and I have never looked back. I like them and they do what I need them to do, and I'm lazy about trying new things in all honesty. Speaking of new things, what I'm doing is actually a poem. And each poem starts with a small capital letter here that takes up 2 lines worth of space. And I just ended a stanza, so I need to create the next capital letter. So I have my lines marked with these dots. I don't know if you can see the dots very well. Marking 2 lines. Sketch little A here. In my source material, the crossbar is usually missing and they put like a face or a flower or a couple of leaves in there. So that's what I'm going to do as well. And since I'm just sketching, since this is just practice, I don't need a crossbar anyway. I don't need to put the face in there. I don't need to do anything fancy. I actually researched this manuscript. If you do a search online for Bodley MS-264, it'll take you to a digitized link that you can actually browse the pages, zoom in, study the lettering, study the painting, study everything, and it's fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful manuscript. Liz, you are very welcome. Hey, another left-handed person, huzzah! I hope you are able to get back into Scribble, and I hope you have a lovely, lovely time with it. For now, I'm going to go back to writing. I don't know how many more minutes I have before I'm going to have to stop and put my shoes on and go get lunch. Glasses off means I won't be able to see a thing that you tell me. Oh, husband is coming in. I have 10 minutes. Thank you, dear. You're probably going to have to come in and yell at me when I have 5 minutes. Next stanza of the poem. My poem is off camera. It's over here. I have the text. It's in front of me. I do not have this memorized. It's like special for Brand for his. Oh, ink is really cool. I don't know if it shows up on camera well. Okay. There's some imitating in this manuscript. And one of the L's. The original manuscript is written in French, and I don't know how often they have double L's in that language, but when they do, they put a crossbar to connect the two of them. It's just a little wispy thing. Like, here's your first L, here's your second L, and then they just go whoosh, and it looks really cool. And it makes me happy. And there are double L's through here, like in the word heal, or fall, or will. And so there are words with double L's, and I get to do that in this text, and it makes me happy because it is. Life, you really have to like it. There's a reason my username is LittleFiddlyBits, because stuff like this I enjoy. That they didn't capitalize very much at all. The original manuscript is called the Roman de Alexandre, and it's a mythological retelling of the life of Alexander the Great. And even throughout the text, Alexander is not capitalized. Nothing that's not the start of a sentence or God. They'll capitalize God, and they'll capitalize the start of a sentence, and that's it. And I really dig that because it makes my work easier in terms of what letters I have to know how to write. Is this visible to you guys? Is it really blurry? Is there anything like that? Between me not having my glasses on and being unsure of the quality of my camera, I'm not sure how well you can read what I'm doing. Not that it matters. I have to turn off here in about 2 seconds. But I wanted to ask. I'm closing up for the day, getting ready for lunch. I might come back later in the day, in all honesty. This was just a stream to test my streaming setup, and it looks like I can stream. Hooray! Let me see. Gabby is sending me a couple of links, which is very helpful. Liz says that the script is blurry, but my hand is in focus. Well, that's unhelpful. It's great that you can see what my hands are doing, but I sort of wanted you to be able to read this, and I think my camera is just registering it as background, and there's not really much that I can do about that. At least not right now. But it's time for me to go. I have to get lunch. I am thrilled that I had 5 whole people watching at once at one point. Oh no, wait, 6. I really got 6 people. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up for now. And I will say thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.